Hi everyone. I wanted to share a couple of dreams. One that I had this morning, one that I had last Thursday. I'll explain in a second why it's taken me so long to share the one I had on the 16th. So I'll share the one I had this morning right before I woke up. There was a lineup of males, and they were lined up facing forward from the littlest to the biggest, from the youngest to the oldest. And they represented Jewish and Gentiles. Now, we know God doesn't discriminate or love anybody more than he loves the others, but these were males. And they started disappearing or, being erased. Because I remember thinking in my dream, why did I erase them? But I didn't erase them. They were just kind of disappearing. And then the lineup started again, but the same way, males, from littlest to biggest. Now, it reminded me in the Bible, the least shall be first and the greatest shall be last. I probably didn't quote that exactly, but you get the picture. But then when they came back, it was just Jewish males lined up from littlest to biggest. A lot of them lined up. And they were handed the little one in the front was handed this gold trophy looking thing with handles. I've seen them in sports. They get this huge gold cup trophy with handles, and that's what he was given. But in my dream it said, "This is the cup of David." I got chills. So like I said, these were Jewish people, and that was the dream this morning. Very short but very to the point. It's very prophetic. As far as I know in the Bible, that God is about to call the Jewish people back to him. And like I said, it was Jewish and Gentile, and then they kind of all dissipated, especially the Gentiles. They dissipated first, and then, and then the Jewish people, and then they came back and it was just the Jewish people, and they were given the cup of David. So it was like restoration to the Jewish people. So that was that dream. I'm not sure that I understand the whole significance. If you've watched my videos before, I always say I tend to be a little slow, or, more often than not, God takes a little time to really reveal things to me. So if anything else comes to me about that dream or is revealed to me, I'll come back and make another video. Or if anybody else has any ideas, please share in the comment section. Which leads me to my second dream, which is totally bizarre. That's why I didn't share it. I knew it was from the Lord, but it was just so weird. I mean, I'm able to discern when it's a dream that my imagination or my mind is coming up with, and when it's from the Lord. And this one was from the Lord. And I felt kind of chastised the past couple of days for not sharing it because I didn't understand it. And I kind of was sensing yesterday, maybe it's not for you to understand. Daniel was able to understand other people's dreams. So here's another case where if you have that gift, or as I'm telling you this very strange, odd dream, you have any ideas, please share. And it's just been since the 16th that I had this dream, so more may come to me on this one as well. But here we go with this. Let me pull it up because I wrote it down. Weird dream. Okay. So I was in this huge fight with my dad because I had been out drinking the night before. And it was a physical fight. He was throwing things at me. He was calling me a prostitute. Now, let me get this straight first. My dad would never act like this. at all. But at one point, he threw a wadded up piece of paper at me, and he was actually trying to drag me from their home. So apparently, I was living there in my dream. My mom was trying to stop the fight, and he was trying to kick me out of the house and telling me I was not going to stay there. The night before, I had went out and I had got drunk and went back and visited one of my old homes where I used to live, and it smelled awful and it was filthy. And I met up with some old friends, and I was embarrassed because I was drunk and I didn't remember anything. Apparently, I was so drunk that I didn't remember having a baby when I got home in the corner of my parents' bedroom. It was a girl. I didn't even know I was pregnant. One of my friends told me in the dream that all I said to my dad is, "I think something's over there." And when he went and checked, it was a baby that I had had on a pile of blankets. I didn't remember anything, but they had taken me to the hospital and they had named the baby for me, Missy Daniels or Melissa Daniels. So I don't know what that name means. I've never heard of it, and I don't know anybody even close to that name. Daniels, but with an S on the end, kind of reminds me of Daniel. The father of the baby had been AWOL from my older son in the dream. And she got on the phone and said to him, "There is no excuse for being out of my other child's life for 7 years." So I don't have a 7-year-old in real life, but in this dream I had an older son who was 7 years old. 7's a significant number. And she was kind of angry at him, but later on he showed up at it was like an airport / hospital, and there was like a game room. And it says, "My friends were helping me take care of the child, and I thank them for bearing with me." I also remember saying, "I didn't pick that name, Melissa Daniels or Missy Daniels, so I'm not going to keep it." And that was something different. At one point, we were sitting on a bed, and the 7-year-old son and the baby was laying on the bed, and I was trying to get the little baby to drink a bottle of milk, and it wouldn't. Then the next thing, they turned into white tigers, baby white tiger, and a little bit of a bigger one. They were small white tigers, and the little one began to drink the milk from the bottle. Ah, strange, I know. Then the next thing it switched to, I was sitting at a table with an American man. He was a black man, and we were making snappy, rude remarks back and forth to each other. Just, not being super nasty, but just little rude jabs at each other. And then a blonde German woman came and sat down, and she was apparently my friend, so we stopped making the rude remarks. I remember she had a blonde bob haircut, but I know she was German. And the last thing I said before the dream ended, it was, "Well, at least if this is the end of days, okay, well, at least if this is the end of days, you two will be able to travel back and forth between Germany and America." And they nodded in agreement. Okay, so when I told you that was a very weird dream, now you see. But like I said, I kind of got chastised. Maybe it's not for you to understand. Maybe it's, for somebody else to help you out with. This is why we are the body of Christ. Supposed to come together, and where one leaves off, another one might begin, and where that person begins, another one might end it. I mean, that's how he joins us together. I've heard it put, you're the eye, you're the arm, you're the ear, you're the leg. So, like I said, if anybody has any ideas, I open my arms and welcome them. The 7 years I think is significant. I looked up like the white tiger, and that is a very predominant symbol in China, the white tiger. So I don't know. But I wanted to share one more thing before I ended this video. Last night I was very, very humbled to tears. My 12-year-old had to ask me if I was okay several times because I was just crying. because I was just, studying and reading, and I was watching some biblical teachers teach me some different things. And it seemed like every time I turned around, God was revealing to me just within things that these scholars were saying, these biblical scholars were saying, they were out of dreams that I have had and posted on this channel. And it was happening so much. It was just, goodness gracious, I was just filled and knew that this was confirmation that, as if I didn't know already they were from the Lord, but he was confirming it again, that it just humbled me so. It humbled me to tears. And so I asked him, I said, Lord, I want to open my Bible, and, if whatever you want to show me, whatever you think applies to me at this point in my life, or teach me, please. So I opened up my Bible, and I opened up to Job 33, and I'm like, Job, oh gosh, Job. But then I started reading, and I got to the point, or to the verse in Job 33:14. For God does speak, now one way, now another, through man, though man may not perceive it, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on men as they slumber in their beds, he may speak in their ears and terrify them with warnings, to turn man from wrongdoing and keep him from pride, to preserve his soul from the pit, his life from perishing by the sword. Oh, so that's what I ended up reading, and tears started flowing again, because that's really what he's been giving me a lot lately, these warning dreams. And I asked him to help me further his kingdom, help me bring in a harvest, help me bring people to the Lord, so that they can know him, and that they won't be left behind, or they won't, even worse, go to hell. So he started sending me these warning dreams, and then I opened up to Job, and there it was, another confirmation. So thank you for listening. God bless everybody. Please, if you have any other insight on these dreams, especially the second one I had, don't hesitate to comment. Pray on it if you need to. I need help with that one. That one's a lot unclear. But like I said, thanks for listening. God bless you all. And have a blessed day. Jesus is coming soon. Amen. Bye-bye.